All right, so I'm just gonna tell everyone, have people ask some questions to our stars here, and I'll just call on your name and you get to ask them some questions. And hopefully we have time for maybe 2 questions for each. It'll be about 15, 20 minutes, and I'll keep you guys updated. All righty, I'm gonna see first that I see on my screen is our Mama's Geeky group. You can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Do you like seafood?
I know.
Well, we love seafood.
I really like sushi.
Why did you ask that, Lori?
I asked that because in the second episode, you talk about how you need to make sure that you get your fish from a sustainable source, environmentally friendly, and to make sure that they don't overhunt certain species. And I thought that it would be a good way to ask you if you liked seafood, because you talked about seafood a lot in the second episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do prefer veggie sushi if it's possible.
Yeah.
If we're going to a sushi restaurant, we both try to get we ask if it's from like a place where there's lots of that species, to make sure we're not fishing species that aren't really that populated.
What was your favorite animal fun fact that you learned?
My favorite was probably about the bee, that when they eat pollen, they have these little like straws coming out of their mouth, and it's like this. I don't know if you saw that in the episode, but I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. My favorite fact was that polar bears actually have see-through fur. Their skin is actually black, but they have see-through fur, even though it looks white, which is actually kind of crazy.
Thank you. Cammie, you want to ask a question?
There we go. Hi, Mason. Hi, Ava Louise. How are you guys?
Hi.
I'm
Good.
good.
How are you?
Great.
I love the background.
Oh, thank you. So I'm Cammie. I write for the mamadiaries.com. Love the series. I love the how it's so focused on imagination. I think kids today are really going to love that. Can you guys talk about a little bit working with like the CGI animals?
It was my first time working with CGI animals. So, it was different because usually I had a puppet there or nothing there. But thankfully, I'm very good at imagining, and I actually liked working with CGI.
Yeah, it was fun, and it could be hard at times because we're like kind of looking into there's really nothing there. Sometimes they'll give us like an eyeline for us to look at, which can help. And like Ava said, it is fun because you get to work on your imagination, and we're both pretty good at that. So we see things when they're there.
It must have been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Was.
Welcome.
Let's see, Kathy.
Hi, thank you so much for being on. I'm Kathy with SailorMommy.com, and I wanted to know, did you guys know about Dr. Jane Goodall before you started the show, and what have you learned about her? What was your takeaway about her?
So I heard about Jane Goodall before booking Jane, but I didn't really know what she did. But after booking Jane, I definitely learned a lot about her and what she's done for chimpanzees in the world. And I learned a lot of things about her and a lot of her quotes. I also learned that chimpanzees aren't monkeys, they're actually apes, and that we are the 5th ape.
Yeah, I knew about Dr. Jane Goodall before we got the job. She was actually my idol before that, because ever since I was little, I've always been obsessed with trying to save the environment. But yeah, I've learned lots more than I did before the show about her. So it's really cool actually what she does, how she does it, It's just amazing how hard she's worked her entire life.
It's truly remarkable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, Aster and Aslan.
Hi.
Hi.
So we're from the Star Tracy channel, our aunt's channel. And my question was, how did you get to the point and where you have your own TV show to help the environment?
Like, how did you guys first, get involved with the show? Did you audition?
Well,
Yes.
we auditioned.
Yeah, we did audition, and when I read the script, I really loved it, and I was super excited when I booked it because it was my first lead role. So and I am always going to be grateful.
Yeah. And I had like a self-tape because it started when like there was the COVID policy, so everything was self-tape.
Yeah.
So my first audition was a self-tape, and then they asked for a callback self-tape, which was just another self-tape. And then after that, they asked for a Zoom, like what we're on now. For they asked for a Zoom call with like the producers and the directors and stuff. So yeah, and then I booked it, and I was so happy.
Great,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
No
Welcome.
problem.
Tracy, do you have a follow-up question?
So I was wondering if you guys are going to do an episode about albino creatures.
It's okay because we don't have that episode. But do you have a favorite animal from one of the episodes that you guys did?
Yes, I really loved the flying fox, the golden crown flying fox, because I think they're really cool creatures and they're from the Philippines and I am half Filipino. Oh, sorry, my little brother. But I really loved them and I loved most of the scenes that we filmed with them. We got to film with the drone. That was really cool, like running with it. And also one of the scenes was really funny where David got scared because it was on his back, and that was really funny as well.
My favorite episode was personally the Gariel episode because it was really fun to film. We got to drive a boat down a river, and that was really cool. But also about the episode, we got to go swimming in the a community pool, and that was cool. And my favorite part about it is it's like I've always liked crocodiles and alligators. I thought they were just so cool. And seeing this is like what is their cousin technically. It's really cool to like have an episode kind of about that animals, which is really nice.
Fun, thank you. Candy?
Hi guys, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Congratulations on the
too.
show. Thank you. I'm Candy from Candy Palooza. So my question for you both is, when you were filming, obviously it's a live action and CGI, so you did a lot of green screen. Can you tell us about the funniest and maybe the more challenging times for you during shooting?
The funniest.
I have a funny one. Do you want me to go first, Ava?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one of my funny ones was we were filming around the building. If you watched the show, right? Like a few episodes.
Yeah.
Have you seen the apartment building that we're in?
Yes.
Yeah. Behind that, where we were filming the outdoor scenes was like kind of like a backyard almost, like we were filming a scene there. And then I got scared. And for the scene, I was supposed to run all the way down the thing and make a turn. And when I was running, I was supposed to grab the ask for the basketball that like these teenagers are using to play basketball. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
they gave me the basketball, and nobody was expecting me to make it. And I shot it from like 10 feet away, and I made it. And
Nice.
everybody was not expecting that because David's character is Like, I personally am not good at basketball. Like, I was surprised too. But neither is my character David. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy. But it was really funny when that happened. And even later, since it was so funny, I asked the director if they would be adding that scene, but they said it's not like David's character, so we can't add that scene. I'm sorry. Even though it was really funny, but it's fine.
My funniest, okay, this wasn't really funny at the time because but it was the Gariel or the polar bear episode, and we were at the pool, and I think Mason, you probably remember this too.
Yeah.
I was gonna jump into the pool and I was supposed to say ready to David, and like I had to do this in one take because if I jumped in the pool, my hair would get all wet, they would have to blow dry and everything. And we filmed the scene and I just jumped in the pool and said cannonball, and I forgot to say ready. So that was funny to me looking back at it, but and the hardest part probably, yeah, just CGI, having to act with like nothing. But I really liked doing that, especially like running from them and looking back, and that was really cool to act out.
Yeah. And the hardest part for me was it wasn't the animals, surprisingly. It was the schedules, because we would be filming 5 days a week, and we would have really tight schedules all the way till the end of the day. So when we got home, we had only time to like eat dinner and then memorize our scripts for the next day, and we didn't really have time to relax. So and then we just kept repeating that day after day until the weekend. But yeah, and even that wasn't that bad, because it's not like I was doing something that I don't love, because I love acting and it's the thing I do. So I was okay with it. It didn't really bother me that much anyways.
Well, congratulations, and you guys did amazing. We
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed the season.
Thank you.
Angela?
Hey guys, you guys are so amazing in this show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have, in the couple episodes that I watched, I have learned so much, even as an adult. Like, I didn't know all these interesting facts about the caribou and the indigenous tribes. And I wanted to say that you guys have a really, really important role in educating kids and families. So if you have a message in terms of conservation and the environment, what would that message be to families and to kids?
I think that it's very important for them to learn about why it's important to save the environment and different ways to save the environment. And also, there's a lot of cultures being celebrated in Jane, which is also important for them to learn. And all these educational facts in the show is just truly amazing. And I hope they get inspired by Jane and just try to save the environment and save animals.
Yeah, and something else that these kids and families should learn is there's this one Jane Goodall quote. It's only if we understand will we care, only if we care will we help, and only if we help can they be saved. And that's like kind of the base building block of this entire show. And because like each episode is teaching kids and families about these animals, which is like the understanding part. And if you think about it, if you're understanding the animals, then you'll feel more sympathetic for them, which means you'll want to help them. And if you want to help them, then you'll take action. And then if everybody's taking action, they can be saved.
Right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys. All right, Mama's Geeky crew, do you have another question?
If you could pick any animal in the whole world, what would be your favorite?
Oh, that's very hard. Before I booked Jane, I actually really loved monkeys. But after booking Jane, I really grew a love for lots of animals. So I can't really pick one, but I do really love monkeys.
For me, my favorite animal will like Ava. I have lots of favorite animals, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the owl, because it's so cool. You can fly like who doesn't want to fly? I mean, right? So you can fly, you have these sharp claws, and it's just so cool being an owl because owls are cool.
That's actually one of my favorite animals too.
Well, that's cool.
And what animal did you not like at the beginning, but then you grew to like it by the end of the show?
Oh, okay.
Well, I've always liked all animals, and I've always felt like passionate for saving the environment. But I've kind of been scared, but like most people, at one point in my life, I was scared about getting eaten by a shark when I was 2.
Yeah.
But after this show, I've grown more passionate about them, and like the quote, I felt more sympathetic for them. They're treated so unfairly because people think they're dangerous and that they're going to hurt people. So that's one of the animals that I think should be like more respected, and I think is one of the scariest that I learned is not that scary actually.
I think for me, probably caribou. I didn't really know that much about them, and they weren't in my, top 10 favorite animals. But once I filmed the episode, I grew to learn so much about them and why they're important and cool facts about them. And now I really love them, but I didn't know that much about them. And I just thought they were just like caribou. But now they're caribou.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny.
Tammy?
So I bet the two of you, at least I hope you guys were able to hang out a little bit, when you were not filming. Was there something you guys would do to hang out, when you were not actually, the cameras weren't rolling?
Yeah.
So my favorite place that I'll probably hang out with Mason is probably Starbucks or Canada's Wonderland. And we actually went to Canada's Wonderland a few times with our stage mom, Tamara. She is super lovely, and we both love roller coasters. So we hung out all the time.
Yeah. And adding to what Ava said, we would always hang out at Starbucks in Canada's Wonderland, and on set, whenever we weren't filming, we would always make like these really fun TikToks and stuff.
Yeah, and we even had like a handshake, like berries and cream. That was
little berries
Yeah.
and cream.
I love that you guys hung out at Starbucks. That's awesome.
I know, it's amazing. And
Yeah.
we're just kids too. We're gonna love Starbucks when we're older.
We loved ordering the Shaken Awaken. Oh my God, we got that like every.
We were kind of disappointed when they changed the name from Shaken Awaken to Shaken Oat.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Tracy, Aster, Aslan, do you have another question?
So I wanted to know if you guys ever like got stage fright or nervous about like getting filmed.
At the beginning of filming Jane, I was a little bit nervous because it was my first big show to film. So, but I definitely got comfortable around everybody on set. But Jane has some emotional scenes as well. So that was a little, I was a little nervous about that, but thankfully I am very comfortable around all the cast and crew on set. So yeah, that was probably the most thing I was nervous about.
Yeah, I am a very big extrovert. I'm always like, hey peoples, what's up? So I don't really get nervous filming on camera because it's kind of used to it, honestly. So it's actually kind of refreshing when I am on set.
Well,
Esther, did
Well,
you have a
thank
second?
you.
Esther, do you have a second question? Because
More questions.
I just wanted to say that what I really loved about this show was that the children really take so much engagement in teaching we adults. And I personally learned something from every single episode. And I wanted to know if you felt that you are taking anything from what you've learned into your personal life. Did you learn any tip or something that you feel like you now use in your daily life that you learned from the show? Because I know I am now.
Yeah.
Definitely. I learned a lot of things, but now I'm more conscious about what I do. I try to reuse, save food more and eat leftovers more. That happened in the caribou episode. And also just like things that can like normal things that everybody can do: compost, recycle, pick up trash, and reuse and use eco-friendly products.
Yeah. Something I've learned that I use like every day was picking up trash. Like I pick up trash not just whenever I see it, but we go to parks a lot. So when I'm like walking around the park, I always spend some of that time picking up trash. And just earlier today, we were visiting the middle school because I'm going to go to middle school next year. And on the way there, on the side of the middle school gate, there was tons of trash. So I picked up like most of it, and I threw it all away once we got there. Then I picked up some more, and then I threw it all away when we got back.
Awesome. Well, I wanted to say a big thank you also on behalf of FSM Media too. So thank you for your time. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Thank you all. That's all the time we have for this one. Thank you guys. Mason and Ava Louise, you stay here.
Bye.
Carly, can I just ask what their TikTok handle is?
Bye.
Carly, can we just ask them what their TikTok handle is, if they can share it?
If you guys want to send it, you can send it on over to us.
No, their TikTok handle, so we can
No, I
see
know.
their
I
dance
don't
moves. Oh, got it. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'll ask them.
Bye.
Bye.